Welcome, friends. Thanks for liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. Here I am standing across the street from Sophie's Point. That is a veranda home and courtyard villa neighborhood I did a video on a few weeks ago. And I am standing on the corner of Corbin Trail and Rusa Run. And this is going to be the site of my next video. These are brand new designer homes located here in the village of Wellpoint. I have not brought you a video about these homes yet, and I thought I would want to show you what this neighborhood has to offer. These homes are located a little bit south of the Street of Dreams, the 56 model homes in Wellpoint. And they are adjacent to a cottage villa neighborhood located right there. Those are cottage homes. Here I am on the corner of Northcott Loop and Rusa Run. And I wanted to walk down this street, and here you have your designer home neighborhood. And there you have your curb and gutter. It looks like they're going to develop this neighborhood like a traditional designer home neighborhood in the north with curb and gutter. And these homes are tilt wall constructed homes. For those new to the channel, welcome. My name is Tim. I bring you villages related content. The Villages is a 55 plus community located here in Central Florida. And tilt wall construction means these homes, the walls are concrete walls. They're made in a factory. They are brought to the job site on a truck, and then the walls are placed and put into place using a crane. I haven't brought you many videos about designer homes here in the south, but these homes are designer homes, and this community has a look and feel of a designer home community here in the north. If anybody knows, in the comments below, let me know the name of this neighborhood. Oh, this is 149V. 149V is on the side of that house, so I assume that the unit number is 149V. I will look up the bond information on 149V. And just hold on a second. I'll be right back. I did look up the bond information for unit 149V, located here in the village of Wellpoint. And these designer homes have a bond amount of $51,449.23. And those are your Sophie Villas right over there, friends. And the interest rate on this bond is 5.19%. And for those new to the Villages, the bond is a fee that the developer charges to the residents for developing the neighborhood, putting the streets in, the sewers in, the infrastructure. This home here has a swimming pool going in. And in most developments throughout the country, at least in Wisconsin, the developer usually puts that infrastructure cost into the price of the lot, into the price of the land. But here the developer parses it out, and he gives you the option of paying it up front or paying it in equal installments over 30 years. So it's an easier way to finance your home. It's a marketing tactic, in my opinion, to help more people get into these homes, make it easier to buy these homes. So essentially the seller is financing your lot, or at least most of your lot, when he has these bond amortization schedules. Right there is a patio villa neighborhood. I believe that is an accommodation home neighborhood. I think that is the neighborhood of Wellpoint West, if I remember right. No, that is the community of Wellpoint. Those are accommodation homes. I did bring you a video about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Accommodation homes are synonymous with lifestyle stay homes, but it is a new term that the Villages is using. It is more all-encompassing. It not only includes folks that want to do a lifestyle stay, but also it accommodates people that are here temporarily for design meetings if they're building a new home. So the Villages is changing their terminology. That is what is going on here in the South. Here they have forms put in, ready to have the concrete poured and have the walls installed. That is what is going on here in the village of Wellpoint. So back to the bond information. The bonds you can pay off all at once or over 30 years. If you choose to pay it off in 30 years, you would be paying in a total of $109,137.90. That includes administration fees for the bond. And I know some of my subscribers have made comments. They thought the maintenance assessment fees are essentially fees, administrative fees for the bond. That is not correct. Maintenance assessment fees have nothing to do with the bond fees. They are totally separate and unique fees that the residents pay once a year on their property tax bill. And those fees are used for the common maintenance, general maintenance of the common areas of their respective district. So don't confuse bond amortization and bond administration costs with maintenance costs, because they're totally separate. And some of my subscribers led me to believe that their sales agent was telling them the maintenance fees are related to the bond, and that is incorrect. That is 110% incorrect. So those new to the channel, the Villages is not an HOA. The Villages has been developed under Statute 189 of the Florida State Statutes as a community development district. That is a unique form of government. There are size and population limitations to a community development district. That's why there's so many different districts within the Villages, because by state statute they are limited to the number of acres, number of homes they can put in a district. Right now there are 15 residential districts here in the Villages. Oh, these are called the Victoria Villas. These are accommodation homes. I did a video on these homes a few weeks ago. It looks like there's a few people staying there. If I walk far enough down Rusa Run, I am on Rusa Run and the corner of Terrell Court. If I walk far enough down here, I will walk into the 56 Mile Homes, the new Street of Dreams. I did a video about that. There's a retention pond over there. Look at that. Here is a block and stucco home, friends. I didn't think they made block and stucco homes anymore. There you have it. Block and stucco home. Right there on Rusa Run. So they still make them. Right across the street is a precast home or a tilt wall construction home. So the Villages is a community development district. It's not an HOA. But you can compare the cost to live here versus an HOA by adding 3 different cost elements and then comparing them to an HOA. If you're interested in comparing prices between the Villages and maybe an HOA located nearby, you would need to look at 3 different cost elements here in the Villages. First, you would need to look at your maintenance assessment fees. You would need to look at your amenity fee. Amenity fees are fees you pay monthly for your recreation facilities, i.e. swimming pools, executive golf courses, pickleball courts. That is a separate fee. And then you would have to look at your fire fee. That's a fee you pay once a year for your emergency services. That's running around $300 a year. So if you look at your fire fee, you look at your maintenance assessment fees, you look at your amenity fees, you add them up, you divide them out to get a monthly cost, and then you compare that to your HOA fee. That's what I did a few years ago. And when I did that analysis, the Villages still came up as a lower per month cost than most of the HOAs around here. And it was quite a bit lower, to be honest with you. So for what you're getting here in the Villages, for your monthly fees compared to an HOA, it's still a good value. The big difference between the Villages and other communities and located nearby is the price of the homes. They tend to be higher here in the Villages. You can get a bigger home, more home, if you buy in a neighboring 55 plus community. The Villages seems to be getting premium prices for their homes. But on the flip side of that argument, the prices are more stable here in the Villages. So when there are market downturns, the home prices in the villages tends to fluctuate less than home prices in other areas of Florida. And that was also one of my considerations when I decided to buy here. I think the home values are going to hold their value here more so than other communities in Florida. And that is evidenced when you talk to your to your home insurance agent. They say that the Villages is a very safe community. It's also a community that manages their wastewater very well. That is not considered to be in a flood zone or floodplain. And your insurance premiums and the availability for insurance is much more favorable here in the Villages for those reasons. Here's a swimming pool. Look at that. And I know there are a lot of people that say don't move to Florida. You won't be able to afford to live here. You won't be able to get insurance here. Who knows? That may be true. But of all the areas to live in Florida, in my opinion, the Villages will still be one of the more favorable areas that you still should be able to obtain home insurance because of the way they manage their stormwater. That is the Wellpoint Recreation Center, Swimming Pool, Postal Center right over there, friends. To give you an idea, to give you perspective. So leave in the comments below. Somebody left a piece of sod behind. Leave in the comments below if you think the bond amount of $51,449.23 is acceptable. Keep in mind, friends, that the price of the lots are lower because they're parsing out the infrastructure. So the lot prices are going to be lower. So if you want to compare the lot prices to maybe a lot in the north, you'd look at your bond amount, you'd look at the price they're asking for the lot here in the villages, you add them together, and you compare them to a lot in the north. Pretty simple. Here they have a lot of forms. They have the vapor barrier down. This designer neighborhood. What are you waiting for? They are building designer homes, waiting for you to purchase. When are you moving to the villages? This is a very unique home. These are all located in Unit 149V. You're in the village of Wellpoint, and right across the retention pond, back over there, that is your Street of Dreams, 56 model homes. And one of my subscribers purchased a lot near here and indicated to me that from here it is 1.5 miles to Eastport. That seems to be an acceptable distance to Eastport. I did hear that Eastport, they are going to start opening retail stores in Eastport soon. I heard in March there will be retail stores in Middleton opening. Somebody told me that home values in this area when Eastport opens will increase $30,000, which I have a hard time believing, because they're selling these homes based on being near Eastport. So I would have assumed that the prices of the homes when you buy them and the lots when you purchase them already have that $30,000 priced in. So I don't think they're going to go up. Or if they do go up, you've already paid $30,000 more because of it. So it's going to be a wash. That's my opinion. Leave your opinion in the comments below. Here are the this is the accommodation home neighborhood of Wellpoint. That is accommodation homes. The Street of Dreams is right there. Look at this large parking lot. I have a question for everybody. Why do they have barbed wire across these parking lots? It seems so un-villages-like, so unwelcoming. Why don't they just put yellow tape up? But they have barbed wire around these parking lots. Here you have the beauty of the villages over here, and then you have the barbed wire over there. Here is the accommodation homes of Wellpoint. And there you have it, friends. If I keep walking, I'll walk into the Street of Dreams. I will end the video right here. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. I do appreciate it. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.